garden, and never mind how high the cost may grow, this will still be so. I will never let your people go.
Calling the world from isolation.
You and your people have my permission to go.
The Prince of Egypt is about a guy named Moses who's the prince of what? A. Egypt, B. Egypt, or C. Egypt. If you chose any of these options, you're wrong. It's actually D. Egypt. Pay attention because this is going to be on the test later. Alright, so you know how everyone you ever meet is always like,
I can't speak.
alright, so you know how everyone you ever meet is always like,
The movie was good, but the book was way better.
well, they're usually right. Until... The Prince of Egypt, an animated movie that retells the story of how this sad sack over here freed the Hebrews from slavery. Guided by God, he was. Released in 1998, The Prince of Egypt is one of DreamWorks' few attempts to retell biblical stories. But, we don't talk about that other one, though. The Prince of Egypt was a spectacular
I can't speak. Unique New York, New York's unique. You know you love f***ing New York!
The Prince of Egypt was a spectacular animated film that is very reminiscent of Disney during the Disney Renaissance era of films. DreamWorks clearly put a lot of care and time into the visuals of this film, oh boy, and do an excellent job keeping the audience's full attention based on that alone. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the plot of this movie now, because it's kind of important in my opinion. The movie starts with an amazing musical number called Deliver Us, in which these fellas sing and whine about how much slavery— I probably shouldn't be saying this, should I? About how they were promised to be freed from slavery by God and delivered to the Promised Land. The Egyptians, on behalf of Pharaoh Seti, stormed into a town full of Hebrew people and began slaughtering their babies, oh my god, and a desperate mother takes her baby boy to a river and sends him off in a basket to let God guide him to safety. The basket washes up at the Pharaoh's palace and is found by the queen and her son Ramesses. She claims the boy as her own and gives him a name: Moses. The plot thickens! With 3 C's! Flash forward to now fully grown Ramesses and Moses, living a happy, carefree life. The two brothers spend their days causing chaos for everyone around them. One night, Ramesses is appointed Prince Regent and is given authority over Egypt's temples. As a tribute, the high priest Hotep, and name I can't pronounce, offer him a beautiful young woman named Zipporah, whom Ramesses gives to Moses, appointing him Royal Chief Architect. You can build things now! You can tell people, because you're royalty, you tell people, hey, give that Sphinx a mustache. Give him a top hat. Give him a fresh pair of Yeezys. Later that night, Moses returns to his room expecting to find Zipporah there. Instead, he is greeted by a tied-up servant. I'm sure he could make that work. He discovered Zipporah trying to escape with a camel and decides to help her escape by distracting the guards. He chases after her and winds up in the village. He bumps into a woman who is then revealed to be his sister, Miriam, that we saw during the opening musical number. She tells him of his past and how he's not Egyptian, but actually a Hebrew, and God, the whole family history, and you never come to dinner anymore. We never see you. You never call Ma. She's always wondering where you been, how you are. She's always worried you don't love her anymore. And God, just call home for once, Moses. We miss you. I get it. You don't like my boyfriend, but it's just a couple times a year. Moses refuses to believe his past and runs back to the palace. Now confused and doubtful, Moses goes looking through the palace for answers. What he finds is shocking. Now hold on. That's not it. There should be like a bunch of dead babies. Oh, there we go. That's it.
The Hebrews grew too numerous.
Oh god! Moses, now aware of his background, storms off in a bit of a hissy fit when he notices some of the Hebrews being whipped by the Pharaoh's men.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
You alright, mate? Just walk her off, lad. You'll be fine. Moses heads off to leave Egypt, but is then stopped by Ramesses, who tells him to stay. Moses is all like, I just killed a man. And Ramesses is all like, picture it didn't happen, lol. Moses tells his brother that he doesn't belong in Egypt anymore and proceeds to leave. Then he falls down a well. Piece of shit. Now, to our surprise, Moses is saved from the well by Zipporah. She takes him back to her village where he meets Big Daddy Santa Claus! I mean, Jethro. His name's Jethro. His name's Jethro. He just looks a little bit like Santa Claus, okay? They spend some time partying and singing about heaven's contact lenses.
Look at your life through
Yeah, that's it. Fast forward again, and now Moses and Zipporah are happily married. One morning, Moses went for a little stroll and found a cave. He decides to enter it, and inside finds the heavenly vape cloud. Lit, fam! Woohoo! So this glowing cloud of litness, I can't believe I just said that, is actually God. God speaks to Moses and tells him to return to Egypt as his messenger and deliver the Hebrews from slavery. Moses says he can't because he's a negative Nancy, but God ain't having none of that, and he's all like, Gary, you are gonna finish your dessert, and you are gonna like it! Moses takes his big boy staff that's now empowered with holy vibes and such and takes off for Egypt. He arrives at the palace and is greeted with open arms by his brother Ramesses, who has now taken the title of Pharaoh. He tries to get Moses to come back, but Moses is all like, nah, man, I work with God now, dude, and he's mega cheesed about this slavery thing. Really harsh and is mellow, man. I really like how they go about handling this scene. It's great. I love how you see Ramesses slowly go from being like, brother, welcome home, to, oh, bit of a salt you, huh? After this little interaction, Ramesses thinks he should try teaching Moses what he's dealing with. Through song!
By the power of Ra. Mut. Nut. Hanut. Tata.
I love this song. I love everything about it. The atmosphere is sinister and the animation is crisp. Ooh, nice and crisp, baby. The lyrics and delivery are fantastic, and it's overall just very threatening. It's great. I love it. So, after Moses wraps things up with the big boys, who's your big handsome boy? Ah, gross! Get out of here! Ramesses offers him one more chance to come home. Moses no want, and he leaves the palace. Then he turns the river into Kool-Aid.
Father, it's
blood.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's it. It's not Kool-Aid, everyone. It's not Kool-Aid. Put it back. It's not cool. Hey, Jimmy! I saw that. You spit that out right now, young man. Oh, he swallowed it. Gross.
All right. Here's where it gets real.
The plagues. This is the best sequence in the movie. This musical is an excellent way of showcasing each of the plagues, and the visuals that go along with it are stunning. Plus, it does a great job of showing each character's emotion through the whole ordeal. Moses is sad and regretful that he has to do this to his brother, begging him to just let the Hebrews go so this can end and nothing else has to happen to him. Ramesses, on the other hand, is infuriated. He can't believe the man he called his brother is doing this to him, and he allows his stubbornness to get the better of him, refusing to let them go. Now, for this next part, if you want to avoid spoilers, skip to this chapter in Exodus.
I don't care what you do, Moses. You're stinky and I'm keeping these Hebrews.
Hold my beer.
Genocide, ooh baby, genocide. God is murdering all the firstborn sons. Yeah, baby, genocide, genocide. Next time, don't enslave people, you dick. So now Ramesses is feeling a widow down in your dumps, and he gives the Hebrews permission to leave. And he does so in a tone that I can only describe as disappointed dad. Well, disappointed ex-dad. I need to stop. Moses takes the Hebrews and brings them away from Egypt. They arrive at the Red Sea, and just as they're figuring out how to cross it, Ramses pulls up with the squad, and he's steaming mad. Moses is all like, "You said they could be free!" And Ramses is all, "Yeah, well, I never said no takebacks!" So, Moses and the Hebrews seem trapped. They have nowhere to go. What do?
Well, obviously, they strip down to their bathers and go for a bit of a swim.
Nah, man, y'all know the homie Moses parts that shit like the of a grimy So our boy Moses goes and yeets the ocean. Okay, so after we see what Sebastian was so hyped about,
Under the sea.
Moses and the Hebrew people arrive at the other end of the sea. Moses then climbs the mountain and comes back carrying the world's first terms and conditions. Okay, first rule, no swearing. This is a Christian Minecraft server and that will not be tolerated. Second rule, no furries. Keep that to yourself. This is God's domain, man. We're trying to keep this clean, okay? Cool. All right, let's go make Jerry Seinfeld. So that was the Prince of Egypt. A very brief yet sort of detailed summary of it. It kind of spoils the movie, yeah, but whatever. It's the Bible. Y'all know what happens. Moses goes and gets the Jewish people free from Egypt. Jesus eats bread and drinks wine with the fellas and is then murdered because, and then comes back after 3 days also because. And yeah, everyone knows this stuff. It just happens. That doesn't mean you shouldn't go watch this movie. It's on Netflix right now, and you can easily pirate it. I shouldn't encourage that. It's on Netflix right now, and you should go watch it. Because it's really good. It's like, really good. Val Kilmer plays Moses. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the thought of animated Jewish Val Kilmer just makes me laugh. Heh. Heh. Alright. Thanks for watching. Get the hell out of here. Stink.